want to talk about New Zealand's biggest cuck. And New Zealand's biggest cuck.
You make it sound like he's the winner of a game show.
Yep. Congratulations, King Cuck. If you've seen this, you know what's coming. If you haven't, you'll be amazed. Remember, the platform has put this up as a highlight, right? As a highlight of their show. Basically, Karen Plunket being told to fuck off by Top. Much more polite than that. But so we've had this form before, right? With Karen Plunket door stopping people. And it's exactly what he's done again. I'll let it play out because it's pretty much all self-explanatory, but called out of the blue, put on air live, and challenged as to why he didn't want to talk to the platform. Enjoy.
G'day. Is that you, Raf?
Yes, it is.
Sean Plunket calling from the platform.
Hello, Sean.
Hi, look, we've been trying to get hold...
So that's the greatest. Hello, that's the greatest. Oh, my God. Do I have to talk to... Oh, my God.
From the platform.
Hello, Sean.
Hi, look, we've been trying to get hold of you for a couple of days for an interview.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, did you not want to return?
So that's the thing, right? He just said, that's right. You have been trying to get a hold of me for a couple of days. Yes, I'm aware that you've been trying to get a hold of me.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, did you not want to return our calls? Or you chose not to? Or what?
Yes. Yeah.
You chose not to?
Not to. Yeah.
Okay, because you're on ZB the other day.
How
That's right, yes.
Okay, so look, I'm just trying to clarify for platform followers and listeners, and there are tens of thousands of them. You don't want to talk to them? You're not interested in their votes or putting your views or the party's position out to them?
It's the platform I don't want to be on, Sean.
Well, why not, Ray?
Because I just don't like the way you talk about stuff. I mean...
What stuff? Give me an example. Because I want to resolve this. I'm a conflict resolution guy. What do we say about you that you don't like?
Well, I mean, it's not even just about me. I mean, you've obviously said we've got no chance.
No, I haven't actually. I've actually speculated, and the reason we wanted to talk to you was I thought the Roy Morgan poll suggested that you're players.
Yeah, well, I know we're players, but I'm not worried about that. It's just, I don't have to be on the platform. It's not...
Okay, so you really cannot be asked about the potential voters who listen to and watch the platform. You don't want to talk to them.
So this is the thing that Plunket's doing, right? He's linking Rafe wanting to get votes to the platform. In other words, he's not at any point saying, I don't want their votes or I don't want them to vote for me. He's saying, I don't want to have anything to do with you, Sean Plunket. You are the problem, not your voters. Whereas Sean Plunket is saying, my listeners are who you're rejecting, whereas Rafe's saying, I'm rejecting you, Sean Plunket. You are unethical. That's what he's saying, which can be shown by Sean Plunket, again, door-stopping someone, as we have highlighted on other occasions, Chewie. Let's get to the end of this clip. It doesn't go too much longer.
I don't want to be on the platform. Yeah.
Why not? What is it about the platform that makes you not want to be on it?
Well, that's my choice. I don't have to go and talk to anyone.
Okay. Are you really serious about getting elected, Rafe? Because it would strike me the top party and you are not in positions to be picky like this.
So he's basically, what he's literally saying, you have to come on because you're not doing well enough. So Plunket is trying to sell the idea that the platform has enough power to get Top more votes. Now,
Oh yeah, this is because Plunket still believes he's at the top of the game and on a legitimate news platform. Like,
well,
he just equated himself with ZB before.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something, too. I'm going to say something publicly that you and I have heard from behind the scenes. We won't reveal where it's come from, but something to do with how the Wright family currently thinks about the platform. The word behind the scenes is what's going on. I've showed you this, haven't I? You've seen this. And obviously we're not going to reveal our sources. But at the end of this clip, we'll tell you a little bit about what we are hearing from people within the circle are saying about the Wright family and their unhappiness with Mr. Plunket at the moment.
Well, I don't see it like that. I mean, let me have a think about it, Sean. But,
Okay, well, look, give us a ring back. We've reached out. I'm a little hurt.
Obviously.
given everything. But if you want to reconsider that position, we are always happy to have you on because we believe in balance and talking to as many people as possible.
Get
Yeah. Okay. Let me have a think about it.
All right. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers.
Now, look, you would think that a professional broadcaster would finish that conflict and go, oh, well, there you go. We've started the path. Do you think this man is classy enough to do that, or do you think he'll go lower? What do you think, Chewy? What's your guess before I play it?
Oh, straight to the deck.
All right.
Like a,
so remember,
so
Raf's
like
just
a dive bomber.
Just jumped off, basically saying, I'll think about it. Now, I suspect he won't be thinking about it. I'll be thinking that's the way he gets off the phone. But this is the comments from Karen straight after he's just said to him, to the head of top, we'd be happy to talk to you guys. We want to talk to you guys. This is the comments that follow.
Yes. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, Rafe, you're a retail politician, buddy. And you got to get 140,000 votes or more.
No, it doesn't. It's got to be
And
an
I'll
island.
tell you what, the platform has, though I cannot speak for every individual. We got a bunch of people who listen to and interact with the platform who are quite fluid thinkers. I always get the feeling that platform listeners are not necessarily in our audience.
Sane. I think we'll just leave it there. Not necessarily sane. And when they say fluid, I think that means they've got water on the brain. I think that's what that means, Chewy. So anyway,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
So anyway, first of all, I just want to highlight again, the platform put that out as a highlight clip about Sean Plunket being proven that he's a beta male, that a minority party leader that they're begging to have come on says, you're not worth my time. I don't want to interact with you. That was a highlight for the platform. God knows why, but it was, Chewy.
Yeah, because he thinks it's a win. It's he's scared of us, or he doesn't give a fuck about us. I want to contrast Raf's point of view with the other legitimate politicians that have stooped to go on the platform.
Totally. I actually think
literally stooped.
I actually think, and I've been talking to Raf today. I mean, I've been messaging with him, and I've asked him to come on, and he said he'd come on and have a chat with us, Chewy. Isn't that funny? I'm sure that'll get up Plunket's cloaca. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said cloaca. It just felt so right at the moment, and now I feel so dirty.
I don't like that. I don't like thinking of Sean Plunket having a multi-use orifice.
And look, what Caitlin has said is actually what I'm saying now as well.
Yeah.
I actually think we're in, and this is what I've said to Rafe on the messaging today. It's like, I actually think this is an ethical stance by someone who could do what Luxon does, or could do what Seymour does, and have to figure out, not so much Seymour because he's pretty out there, but what Luxon does, and have to try and find that line, Luxon's dilemma, about how to get the white supremacists, racists, misogynists, ugly people to vote for you, whilst not endorsing their views publicly. Dog whistle to them, give policy that they like, but don't acknowledge them. That's what National has to do. Whereas I think it's principled of top to go, you're repugnant. Now, I'm paraphrasing. You're repugnant.
Oh, no,
I want nothing to do with you. You are unethical. You are disgusting. And you know what? I remember when Luxon had that comment for Joe Hawke, the Māori comments for Joe Hawke on his Facebook page, we said on that night, the correct response by a potential leader of this country should have been to come out and tell those people, I don't want your votes. And that might have lost him some votes. Now, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing some of the quotes talking about my genital comment. I'm sorry about that, guys. That's why I'm looking this way now, so I don't look at the chats anymore and start laughing. Now, I think what Raf's done is he's actually gone. Now, I'm sure if you asked him, he would have nothing against the people who listen to the platform. But what he's done is, it's not worth it to me, and I haven't had this conversation, just to be clear, this is my impression, it's not worth it to me to have to deal with a disgusting pig bucket like you to speak to those people. It's not worth it. And I think it's a principled stand, and I have more respect for Top today than I did because of it.
There's a couple of other issues as well, right? So Sean's made a habit out of this, right? He's not covered. Karen.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know who you were talking about. Sorry.
The shit onion. He's made a habit of this, of crashing people live onto air, because he's not on a traditional broadcast medium anymore. So the Broadcasting Standards Authority doesn't pertain to him. He can do what he wants. We could do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But it crosses a bound of respect and honesty and just like best practice for broadcasting, right? Because if you contact him off air and go, hey man, it's shitbag, the haunted ham volcano from the platform, we want to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Do you want to be on the show? And then you could hear that no, go fuck yourself off air, and then you don't have to tell anybody about it. Or you get someone who is motivated to be on the platform, speak to your listeners and give you content. It's this attitude that Sean has of like, no, you have to come to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something. You can't tell me that there's even one regular listener on the platform that would consider voting for Top.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but what it is Sean Plunket acting like a gatekeeper when he hasn't realized that there's no gate behind him. And no fence, and no building, and no property. Now, look, again, people are going to say in the chat, well, they're much bigger than you guys. Yeah, fine, they are. But they're nothing compared to like RNZ, TVNZ, Newstalk ZB, and they're run by a disgusting pig bucket. So he's not a gatekeeper.
We're also not fucking cold calling people and go, well, if you don't talk to us this instant when it rang you out of the blue, you're not going to win the election. You're not going to get a seat. We're the kingmakers. It's just, oh God, I hate him.
So just ironically and by chance on the same day, there's a couple of other text messages, tweets that have come out which I wanted to highlight as well. Chanel Lull has put out a tweet, I think in the weekend this came out. I'll put it up for you. Sean Plunket put out a tweet that said, the real story is Chanel buying thousands of copies of his own book to boost sales. Chanel said,
that should be provable, right?
Chanel said, Sean Plunket is a serial liar, claims I bought thousands of copies of my book, which 23-year-old has $37,000 sitting around to buy 1,000 books. Plunket harassed me to go onto his show for months. So this is a pattern of harassment from this quote unquote platform to get people go on. You would have heard in that commentary with Raf that is produced. You know what? I actually kind of feel sorry for. I think his name is Ben Espiner, because once the platform falls over, no one will touch him. He will have no job anywhere that will have him. I just hope he's getting good remuneration to cover him for a few years, because this is the end of his career as well. Plunket will go off and be Alex Jones and find funding from some other alt-right alternative. But the people who work there, it's like when Today FM fell over. All the producers and all those people were fucked. The hosts, they're fine. Anyway, Plunket harassed me to go on a show for months. He found my phone number and called me at night and begged me to go on his show. Sounds pretty revolting, yeah? And then today, of course, Caitlin, who we've already had in the chat today, and we said we were going to use this tonight, has put this up. Sean Plunket has put out a tweet again. Serious question for you, Elon Musk. If you want X to be the town square, a forum for open communication and ideas, why not remove the block function?
Jesus Christ.
As it is, people can hide in the shadows of this platform and act in bad faith. Let us unfollow or prevent DMs, but let's be open about what we say on X. And to which Caitlin then highlighted, she was blocked by Sean Plunket. So Sean Plunket is calling Elon Musk, putting up this fake, false front that they want it completely open and everyone talking to everyone. And I'll say it again. If you want X to be the town square for an open forum, why not remove the block function as he utilizes the block function? Hello? Anybody else see a little bit of hypocrisy in that? Now, finally.
Only a little bit.
We've told you this before. different industry insiders, but I have been informed by people in the know that the platform is burning through between 100 and 200K a month at the moment. They got a couple of $1 million setup fund. There would have been a good chunk of that would have been for, the studio and the equipment and stuff. But let's say they had $1.5 million left over. If they're burning $150,000 a month, if that number is accurate, that's 10 months of operations, right? If it's 100,000, it's 15 months of operations. So they're obviously getting money coming in as well, because they've got supporters, and that's all good. But I'm reliably informed by industry insiders who are in the know that they are burning in the vicinity of 150K a month at the moment. I'm also reliably informed, and Chewy can testify to this, he's seen the commentary that I've had on this, by a different industry insider, that the Wright Family Foundation is over Sean Plunket. Now, this is inside word. This, I guess, is rumor, but the rumor is the Wright Family Foundation is over this guy. And I wonder if this kind of thing is the kind of thing that's driving them away from him, should that rumor be correct.
God, imagine getting rejected by that dreadful organization.
So, Guru is asking, does the platform have advertising? No one wants to advertise on it. I believe they've got one. I think they've got one advertiser at the moment that's a fertilizer, and I think that's mostly because they've got shit for brains. Mostly.
Are they at the herbal penis pills part of their evolution yet?
I don't think that's quite. I think that's what comes up next. Now,
Right.
now I have to say, in all seriousness, they are both rumors, but they both come from industry insiders, separate ones, who know that world and know what goes on in that world. I've said for, what, Chewy, would you say 3 or 4 months, that what I think is going to happen is the money's going to run out. Devlin, Laws will be looking for new work. Most of the staff there will be looking for new jobs, and Plunket will go off and become New Zealand's Alex Jones and start selling penis pills to support it. And to be honest, he may well quite do okay for himself. However, the Wright family currently owns 75% of the platform, which means none of the branding, none of the imaging, none of the equipment will go with Sean Plunket. He'll be off doing his own thing. Perhaps they'll see through to the election, and then next year might be a very different story. But there's a couple of rumors. But I would say, Chewy, in fact, you've been in one of the meetings and you've seen the meeting I had with someone else because I showed it to you. They both come from pretty reputable sources.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. I personally am looking forward to Sean hawking herbal penis pills, and I assume some sort of cloaca cream. It'll be great. I think
we just found a t-shirt, something about a cloaca. Is it going to be our next t-shirt?
Sean's cloaca cream.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get a response from that.
All right. I think we have to finish.
Show us your block list, cuz.
We have to finish on one thing, Chewy. Yeah. The last time we talked about Sean Plunket door stopping, Chewy and I had a bit of a chat about it.
Mm-hmm. There's just so much wrong with it. It's like he's an onion made of shit. Just every layer you peel off, it gets shittier. Like
that young man's got a point.
And honestly, I have to say, it's not because he's blocked me on Twitter. That is hurtful.
That's right. That's a bit of a problem around free speech, isn't it? He's stopping
just a little bit. And
there you go. I just, and if you haven't seen that clip,
he blocked me.
Yeah, if we haven't seen that clip was when he door stopped Suze Wilson and then bullied her immensely for several minutes. Yeah. So
it's such a minimal thing, right? Hi, it's Sean from the platform. We're live on here. Just wondered if you wanted to talk to us for a sec.
Yeah.
No,
fuck off.
That's too hard because, yeah. So I think you've said it before, Sean. If any of us are in a position where Sean Plunket rings us at any stage, start swearing like a sailor, you're probably live on air.
I would like to have a backer, and I would say to a backer, how about we do this? How about every time someone says no to the platform, we donate $100 to the charity of the choice of the person that said no, and then start it as a campaign, and then be like, see how many people say no. It would be fascinating to see people with email chains, the ones who have actually said no to him. And you kind of hinted at this before, Chewy, and I think this is a really interesting point. The people who aren't aren't going to be ethical about this, who will go on anything for a vote, i.e. National Party MPs and also ACT Party MPs and any other minor party MPs as well, I think should be called on it. I think should be at least questioned as to what they're doing and why they're happy to be involved there and actually sell out on some level so they can speak to that audience of people with water on the brain, fluid people, whilst not acknowledging any of their positions of these people or distancing themselves from what they all believe. I think it's a good time. Oh, Caitlin says that she turned that down. Caitlin turned down platform last year. You know what? I've said to Plunket a couple of times, why don't you have me on? He's never taken me up on it.
Have you tried ringing him at night and begging him? Please ring him. No. Please.
Should I call him now? I've got his number. Shall I doorstop him?
Hey, now we're onto it. Crash him live to air. Oh, it's a bugger having integrity, isn't it? It stops you doing so many funny things.